And welcome to Retro Bikes Dublin. Today we're looking at a Suzuki Volty 250, which is a single cylinder, I should say, 250cc motorcycle. Very popular with beginners or people trying to get around town because of its nice looks and also low saddle height and easy to ride functionality. Condition wise, it's in a really nice condition. This is a good spec as well, in this kind of a grey silver with the beige and brown seat, which is nice to see in the chrome exhaust. Front tyre then is in good nick, as well as the front chrome mudguard. Front fork seals also in really nice condition. You have front headlamp and indicators in good original condition too. Right hand side of the tank now we have two very minor blemishes here. Only 21,000 kilometers on the clock, as you can see, and there's the things that you'll be pressing every day on the bike. Nice and original. Suzuki exhaust has a little mark on the rear here. Rear tire is almost brand new, and you can see 2006. And you have a rear carrier here, which is actually an additional add-on from factory, which is in around 100 to 150 euros. You unscrew this little bolt here, it'll fold down and you can mount a back box if you like. Do have a very minor kind of a tear here in the front of the seat, but that's about it. Chrome chain guard present, shocks are in good condition at the rear too. Chain and sprocket we've checked too, done a nice service on the bike, and we've fitted a nice filter on her too. We have the Suzuki engine on the left hand side, does have some signs of aging, and same with the 2-in-1 exhaust. We have then the front mudguard and the front disc here in good nick as well. And then hold on, I have to go back for the tank. Little mark there and a little mark there on this left hand side. That's it for the visual inspection of the Suzuki Volty 250. We'll now move on to the ride along video. Okay, we're away on this Suzuki Volty 250, and as I was saying in the video, this is a really beautifully spec'd Volty 250. Nice seat, colour is really the right colour for to go with the seat as well. All the chrome accents really lend itself well to the bike too. And as I said as well, I think the bike is A2 license compliant. It's also really accessible for those learning. Even if you're a bit afraid of bikes, or not even afraid, but even just a bit anxious of getting on a bike, this bike is really forgiving. It won't bite your head off when you give it loads of revs. The clutch is really forgiving, the rear brake is nice and forgiving, the front brake is nice and forgiving. A lot of places in America use these TU 250s, they're called over there, or Tux 250s. Use these as learning specific bikes in their training centres. And I can see why, because the bike is just so easy to drive, and it's really easy to start. You know, get people for maintenance and so on. Very simple. Lends a lot of parts from the GN 250 and the GN 125, which are very common bikes if you're not too savvy on bikes itself. So it becomes really cheap to maintain for your first bike to get into biking. So I would really recommend it for someone getting into biking. Otherwise, if you're someone that is coming back to biking, or just wants something for around town that's going to be cheap on juice and looks certainly a lot different to the regular stuff out there, I would much prefer this TU 250 over GN 250 or GN 125 or a Marauder or one of those, just because of its looks and sitting position. It's a very comfortable sitting position. You have the space on the back to get a back box on it. So the bike really lends itself well to those types of people. For me personally, I actually really enjoy the bike, even after riding hundreds of different types and models of bikes. I do really like the simplicity of these things. The carburetor, just the easy maintenance, the durability of the bike, and how easy it is to drive and how forgiving it is. Sometimes it's just nice to get on a bike that you can just toddle along in. Anyway, we're going to turn in on the left hand side here. and we are going to not crash into this micro, but pull in, put it into neutral, as you can see here. And as you can see as well, the bike height wise, I'm 6'2", but if you were a lot shorter or if you're a bit taller, it'll suit you perfectly as well. It's not an issue. So this is what the bike will look like on the road itself. As you can see, really smart looking bike, very, very nice. And what people really love about these bikes is the big front headlamp on as well. So let me just get a little picture for the thumbnail on YouTube, and that will do there. So that's it, that's the little Suzuki TU 250. But what we'll do now is I'll show you the indicators working, horn working. There, that's the indicator, sorry. Left, rear left and front left, these are the original indicator stocks as well. Front right, as you can see there, and rear right too. Not a very noisy bike as well, can fit an aftermarket exhaust if you want a bit more of a raspier sound from her, but most people I think will like the secluded or the seduced noise and so on, whether just to keep the neighbours happy enough. So that's been it for the Suzuki Volty 250, a bike I really enjoy. And if you have enjoyed it as well, please do leave a like and also subscribe to our channel, and also leave a comment down below on what you think of these bikes. Finally, if you do want to follow us on our social medias, we are at Retro Bikes Dublin on Instagram and Facebook, and finally our website is www.retrobikesdublin.com. So that's been it, that's the video. Thanks for watching.